Let's see the Ness.
One, go.
Man, I'm really sad that this game isn't like able to be like more.
I know, man.
It's kind of sad.
It's super sad.
I like this. This is fun.
And that's the thing, we weren't ever trying to replace Melee. We really weren't. We wanted it. We just wanted our own game, you know.
Yeah.
And we wanted it. We wanted it to be a game that Melee players could be familiar with and play.
Yeah.
But we didn't want to replace it. Like, I still prefer to watch Melee to this, just because the meta in Melee is just so good.
Yeah.
And it to get to that level in this game would take so long because there's just so many more matchups. It's, like the matchup knowledge would take forever to build up.
Yeah. So is there no chance at all for this to grow? Like,
I don't ever see it happening. No. The problem is the community has to be willing to accept it. Like, people could do the work, but they're gonna, you know, it's not gonna be PMDT, so are they gonna accept it? Is it authentic? Probably not. And honestly, if anything, this new mod that I'm a part of and helping out, it kind of like, to me, it kind of shows that like, it's not the game I think that would be worth it. Because the characters that those guys came up with are just so strong. Too strong. Like, way too strong for this game, in my opinion.
yeah.
So like, if it wasn't the original PMDT team doing it, I'm not sure that it would get done in a way that I would be happy with. Now other people may be happy with it. They may be fine with it. But I had a huge influence in the way the balance direction went during the last two patches, main patches of this game. I would say probably the most influence out of all the members. And it wasn't without argument. There were people fighting me on it, but
I think I agree with like.
well, I wanted it to be less the character beating the player, and more the player having to beat the player.
Yeah, exactly.
Because
Still make it competitive.
Right. Like, you definitely still, like, you had that in 3.02. You had, like, characters that just worked. The player, like, hardly had to be involved. I wanted to emphasize the importance of spacing and, you know, neutral. Not just, like, you can do something to completely skew results to your favor. Like, the argument can be made for Fox and Falco that can do that, but there's some major things that hold Fox and Falco from being just completely insane. Mainly like their high fastball speed, combined with their low weight, makes it so they die really early unless you have insane DI.
Yeah.
Yep. Like, and that's the problem, right? At the highest level, you do have insane DI. That's why they're so good.
Yeah.
Their skill ceiling is super high.
But you gotta be good with them. You
Right,
gotta, like,
exactly.
really put in time.
Exactly. And even then, they're highly execution heavy, which exacerbates the DI issue, right? You could be like trying to press a bunch of buttons and then you get hit with a straight hit and your DI is poor and you die super early. So, and even still, we nerfed Fox a little bit, so.
Yeah.
Which, that was a huge fight too, man. I was in favor of nerfing him, which, to be fair though, I wasn't in favor of nerfing him as much as some of the people wanted to nerf him. Some of the versions of Fox would have been really neutered, like a back air that came out in like 8 frames instead of the 4 that it comes out, or actually I think it was less. It was like, I think it was brawl back air where you like had like this sweeping back air. It sucked. It sucked. I'm glad it never got implemented. There were versions of Shine that were way worse. think the shine design that is currently implemented was my own, but I can't remember exactly. I wanted to make shine as good as it was on stage, but just have less potency early on, like an early % off stage, and that's achieved through the it doesn't have knockback throw because it's weight dependent knockback, I believe. But actually, weight dependent knockback still can have knockback throw, but Fox's shine doesn't really have it. The difference is the amount of hit stun you have. So like if you're low %, obviously you don't have a lot of hit stun, so you don't travel as far before you have an actionable frame. Whereas like, so basically the difference from that and melee is the angle. I believe it's the angle that got changed. Anyway, right?
Yep.
The best way to punish is, especially if I'm below, when I'm above the stage, I have way more options. But if I ever get below the stage and I have to up B, just like charge a forward smash or a down smash.
Oh,
Because
okay.
that thing has no priority.
Dang.
It looks like it has more, but it really doesn't. You could just really punish it good with a smash. Challenging it off stage is really risky. And it's because it's really hard to sweet spot it, especially from below. It's like pretty much impossible. Super good. So his Ness's quote-unquote shine comes out in 8 frames. I think it's 8, maybe 7, but it's the slowest of the shines. But you can really make it work for you, especially since the hitbox is so big. And then of course the hitbox that stuns is only out for a couple of frames.
Does it still heal?
Yeah, it'll still heal him. So like I can actually like come at you like while you're shooting.
Oh wow, that's awesome.
And then jump out of it and attack.
Oh cool.
I did that to Mewtwo King. He was like, "What the fuck?" and then he probably beat me anyway. All right.
Yep.
You ever play that You ever play the version of Ness where like PK Fire activated on Shield?
I'm not sure. I'm not sure which one I played.
That's 3.0 and older. Like, why shield this? Hold on. He's like, get up here. So like nothing happens, but like PK Fire used to, if it hit a shield, like activate on you, and then like if you drop shield, you get hit, or you can force a roll, which of course Ness can punch pretty good with dash attack. It was just stupid.
Wow.
But it was like in that era where like a lot of things were stupid. But I made the decision to get rid of that too. Even though he was my main. I wasn't being biased. It was ridiculous. Alright, ready?
At least you're honest though.
Yeah. Dude, I really wanted to make a game where it was like a respectable game. Not a game where like people are just like, oh dude, that's jank.
Yeah.
Oh my god, forward tilt. That forward tilt's really good. It comes up kind of fast if you're not expecting it to DI it. Oops.
Nice.
I expected you to go. I was thinking you were gonna go straight up. Oh no! I thought you shiny or something. I didn't realize that I was still in the up B, and then my freaking thing was just gone. I was like, uh-oh, I'm dead. You can still jump into his up B and then he'll die.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
So like that's like if I'm close to the stage and up and below the ledge and up being, it's really dangerous for Ness. That's like where that's his worst place to recover from is like down in this area.
Okay.
Like I'll purposefully, if I can, like if I'm here, I'll purposely move as far as I can back here.
So they can't get you.
Yeah, like I'll take the hit and then DI it, and then I can recover from above, which is way better for him.
Nice.
Yeah, his recovery's not good, but until you like learn how to exploit it, it can seem like it's good. Alrighty?
Yep.
Ah!
Ow. Dang.
Breathing stage. Oh.
Ow.
Yeah, it stays pretty thin. I wonder if it would be worth to like extend that wall a little bit under so that you pop out a little more. Nice.
Thanks.
I love the shore hop up air. Definitely not worth going to the ledge when I'm up below, because I'm not going to the ledge. Almost assuredly, I have to be like really far out, like this far to go to the ledge.
Wow.
Yeah. And even then, I think if I held forward, I might have gone on stage. Oh, I did. So, in this game, double jump. Let's see, Ness, Lucas, Yoshi. I don't think Mewtwo can. No, Mewtwo can't. But double jump, those three can opt to either double jump cancel or rise with their aerial, depending on if you hold jump or not. As a matter of fact, I remember when I joined PMDT back in 2.6, that was the first change. Actually, it was 2.5. That was the first change I recommended, was to make the choice on either do a rising or a double jump canceled aerial. It used to be you had to let go. You had to let go of the jump button within 2 frames. And I said to him, I said, it's too strict. Like 2 frames, like it's doable, but you have to really grind to be able to do it perfect. And there's really no reason why you would want to make it that tough. Like there's nothing to lose if you increase it. And so we increased it to 6 frames. Like, if you're gonna do it, you're holding it for longer than 6 frames anyway. So it's like, there's no reason to only have it at 2 frames. Like,
Yeah.
That was like the first change I did as like part of the dev team. Alright?
Yep.
Oh, nice.
Thanks.
That's really good against spacey side B. Oh no. Oh my god.
No. Dang it.